And what have you learned about written communication, or what tips can you give for the audience?
For written communication, again, people, I like to think like psychology drives so much of this. Like, look, I'm not a psychologist or have any background in that, but just from knowing people, people do a lot of things to help themselves, and that works in the short term, but doesn't help in the long term. So, what do I mean by that? When people write books, they often write to make themselves look good. Or, hey, if I write in a complex way, people will think I'm smart. Or if I, explain this in a long-winded way and it's really long, people will think I'm really technical and they'll book me and they'll think I'm a really great data scientist, right? But I always flip it in the reverse way and say, okay, what does the reader want? The reader wants to learn this in the easiest, fastest, quickest way. And if some technical details are missing, if they're wrong, well, I wouldn't say wrong, but if they've been like simplified, so maybe they're not correct in all edge cases, but they're a simplified mental model and there's a simpler analogy that might not be 100% correct, but it's a 99% correct way of explaining something in a much simpler way. I'll always take
Hmm.
those shortcuts and trim my things down, shorten them, and put them out there. That's my biggest thing for communication, which is almost the same insight I had for oral communication too, which is attention spans are short, write simply, talk normally. Don't talk to make yourself look cool or look smart, because in the short long term, it'll be like, wow, that guy's so smart. I have no idea what he's saying. Right? In the short term, that's what we think. Oh, wow, he's so smart. Look at all this complex stuff he's saying. But in the long term, that person never gains an audience or never gains authority because no one has a clue of what you actually need.
Hmm.